What is up, guys? Annie's here, Guild Forever. Gonna be doing a brief little review for Kamen Rider. Geet. Well, it's Kamen Rider Geats, Four Aces, and the Black Fox. And I'll just have to say right here, yeah, this was fun. This was actually a lot more fun. A lot more the word I like to. It, it was a lot more entertaining than I thought it was gonna be. Cause I mean, it has been a bit since I seen Kamen Rider Geet. So just seeing all these characters again, minus Kawa, um, a little shit right there. Yeah, I'm sure you can tell. Like, man, this is so weird. I remember back then when I first started watching Geats, I was rooting for Kawa. Now I'll be honest, I'm not really the craziest Kawa fan. I'll be honest with you. Not after how his character was basically destroyed toward the end. But it's okay, it's fine. I still like Geats was a good character. Buffa was a good character. Neon low key was a fantastic character. But it was great to see them all again. It was sad though that like their characters were mainly focused on what was going on within the setting of the plot for the series, which again, it makes sense. We're focusing on the events versus the characters themselves, unless the characters themselves are the main focal point of said events. So yeah, most of it was just to help propel the idea of four aces, why they exist, what's the purpose of their role in what's happening. It was also this one guy, Mello, he's another being from the future, similar to Zing. First of all, I also want to say, talking about Zing, he was like the biggest, and I mean the biggest fanboy in this movie. Bro, he had like Ace merchandise, Kamen Rider, like I can tell he was a hardcore like Kamen Rider whatchamacallit. Like I can tell he was a huge fan, which again I'm not against it. Like I'm a huge fan too, so I feel like we got to see a little more of the actor in that sense when we saw him in this film. But yeah, still fun to see Zing again, even though I would have liked to see him in action. But hey, it's fine. He was just acting as a spectator, and apparently so was the audience that was watching this film. It kind of gave like a first person point of view as like another one within the realm of Kamen Rider, but again, it was as an audience, nothing more. But yeah, going back to excuse me. Going back to the events that were taking place, I also wanted to point out that it seemed like the timeline in this movie was a little bit confusing. I don't know where exactly this takes place, but most people tell me the best answer they can give is that it took place somewhere around the time, well, pretty much at the end of the series. That's like the most consistent way to look at it because Geats 9 was still involved. Bujin, we didn't get to see Neon's fantasy mode henshin, which I would love to see. That's probably low-key one of my favorites. Sorry, excuse me guys, it's a little late, so I'm a little sleepy. But yeah, so it was sucks that I couldn't see it, but it's okay. Again, in this movie, they weren't the focal point. They were just there because they were a part of the Geats world and pretty much as um, narrative tools to help propel this idea of these four aces and what they did. Essentially, this guy Mello was able to create a driver that's almost identical. Actually, I think I would say superior to Geats 9 buckle because the Geats 9 buckle is extremely powerful. Actually, I don't know. They never even revealed since we never really had a battle between Geats 9 and Cross Geats. By the way, I will have like other than the guy's personality, Cross Geats, in my opinion, is a much better design and overall just a much better version of Geats. Dude, he has two swords. It acts like it still acts as a gun, Well, at the same time, excuse me. Well, at the same time, um, being able to do certain like powers that are unique to itself. Majority of the power though is a copy slash upgraded version of Geats 9. I'm not sure. You guys let me know. What is your opinion of Cross Geats? It was still cool to see. I'm not gonna lie to you. And then like the cameo with Kamen Rider Gotchar toward the end. Ooh, that was so good. That was so good. I liked the little cameo we had there. I thought that was really fun. That was very exciting to see. But the main thing I will say that I liked a lot about this is we got to see sides of Geats that we normally don't see, and even then we got to see Geats at his lowest point. Debatable if it's his lowest point, but we got to see him in one of his lowest points and what he had to do to overcome it. It wasn't the use of godly powers, it was just Ace being himself. And I feel like that's what more can you really ask for? That's what we expect mostly from. Like, it's good to see Geats in a situation where he's not a god, but still a Kamen Rider. I mean, he'll always be a Kamen Rider. He's Kamen Rider Geats. He's the damn fox. But yeah, it was cool to see it. I will have to say though, the villains, God damn, why am I yawning so much? I will have to say like I said, the villains in this film, for the most part, we understood their plan. They got it to succeed. But after their plan sort of succeeded, at that point, they were just like no different than any other villain. Just causing havoc, taking down the Kamen Riders one after another. Like, they essentially, and they were going to destroy the timeline and make it to where it could potentially affect the future timelines. But thanks to everyone being involved, it didn't happen. But the point is, for me, I felt like after they accomplished their goals to like taking down Geats and getting his powers, it they kind of were a little redundant. Again, sorry guys. Um, so it was nice to see. It was nice to see overall, like, um, how even though like they did what they came to set out for, which is again get Geats out of the way, take his power. It's two birds with one stone. Um, they actually, what am I? I'm sorry, guys. That yawning made me lose my train of thought. What I was actually going on and saying, bro, what the hell? I yawn and I literally lose my train of thought. What the fuck? Um, um. Okay, so backtracking to what I was originally saying is that when they met their goal, they took out Geats, they split him up into four pieces, they took the traits that are best from him and then utilize it into creating a new buckle. After they made said buckle, they honestly came off as any normal doobie villains that just cause destruction, chaos, and just taking down the Kamen Riders if they're in their way. They have a set goal in mind. I'm not going to discredit that. They do have a set goal in mind. It's just they didn't feel as intellectually sound as what I would like them to be. They weren't really clever. They were just honestly loonies. Other than the girl, Mela, that was her name. She, for the most part, it seemed like toward the end, she was straight up using Mello. She was only using Mello, and as soon as like his worth was no longer like his worth was used up, it's like, you know what, I'm getting out of here. You weren't as strong as I initially hoped you were to be, so I'm just gonna leave. I'm going to turn you into a freaking giant, similar to like a Super Sentai situation, and then do what you can. But if you die, it doesn't matter. I already got my use for you. So yeah, that's how I interpret it anyway. So yeah, Mello was very interesting. She did come off as, actually, did she kind of die toward the end? Because you saw when Mello crash landed back on the Earth, a very desolate Earth, mind you. Like there was nothing there, other than wasteland and sea. Um, when Mello landed crashing from that amazing, and I mean amazing rider kick, did he smush Ella? I don't know. I don't think I really paid attention, or it wasn't clear if she did die or not. I wasn't 100% certain, but I think she did because she never really made an appearance after that whole scenario. But yeah, regardless though, uh everything was good. I thought it was very hilarious on how everyone was punking on Geats from seeing all his other separate attributes. Bro, I've never seen Geats act that flustered before. Usually Geats is like calm and collected and has like a very cool, somewhat charming personality to himself. He was always calm and collected. To see him like get flustered and completely like lose his cool, I thought it was freaking hilarious. Because again, I'm not used to seeing Geats like that. Normally he's very composed. But yeah, small little tidbit there. I thought that was really hilarious to see. I wonder if we're ever gonna see any more Kamen Rider Geats uh videos in the future, because I mean movies or specials or whatever, because it starts to seem like they're doing more with Geats, and I think Revice might actually be done, because right now we're in Gotchard. We went through Revise last year. Was it early last year? Was early last year, right? Early last year. And then we got quite a bit into Geats. So we're probably gonna stop seeing revise like um movies, specials, or whatever. I do think we're gonna get more Geats though. I do think we're gonna get more. We don't nearly have as much as I would like. So we're probably gonna get more Geats. It's sad that we're gonna get no more revise. Unless there's like a big Kamen Rider movies, or it has like multiple cameo, or multiple like um collaborations with other writers. I mean, I'm cool either way, because I've noticed when it comes to Kamen Rider Geats, the two previous and current series tend to overlap in like specials and movies, and sometimes, very rarely, they fit in like a writer from way back in like a way different era, like in the, I'm talking about like early 2000s or whatnot. And I thought that's really cool. I think it happened with which one was it? I think it was the Revice and Geats movie one, where like Icky met Ace, and one of the Kamen Riders, a couple of them actually, called like Kamen Rider Ryu or Dragon, I think that's what it's called, appeared. And then another Kamen Rider that was bro, that guy had a gut. That dude was fat as a you get it. Boy, you need to chill with them donuts. You need to chill with them donuts, or at least run or something. Like shit. Oh my gosh. So yeah, but hopefully we have more like collaborations like that. I know technically this was no, actually this wasn't. Well, I don't want to say this was a collaboration. This was more of a cameo, because when Gotchart came out, it was a cameo. But I did like that Ace was able to get like a henshin form based off of like Gotchard, and within the realm of Geats with like Desire Driver and the Buckles. My question is, was the form that Geats showed toward the end, was that stronger than Geats 9, or is, I think it is, right? Because he beat Cross Geats. He beat Cross Geats, so I would expect it would, right? You guys can let me know. But anyway, that's it for this one. Sorry if it was a little redundant and kind of like everywhere when it comes to this review. Um, yeah, I was a little tired. Sorry about that, guys. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the reaction nonetheless. If you want to have a conversation related to Kamen Rider, Geats, or just this specific special movie in general, please let them be known in the comment section down below. Like the video if you enjoyed what you were watching. Sub as well. Comment. If you guys want to get in contact with me as fast as possible, Discord is the best way to contact me. Links to the Discord are in the description below of this video and of all my videos actually. So yeah, that's the best way to get into contact with me. If you want to support me, make sure to like, follow, comment, all that stuff. Follow my Twitch. Be a Patreon if you wish to. There's a bunch of reactions on my Patreon as well if you want to see that. And yeah, just that in general. But once again, if you want to get in touch with me, talk, chat, whatever, all that good stuff, go on my Discord, man. Trust me. I 9 times out of 10, I usually respond to everyone. So if you want to chat, talk, or you want to request something or suggestions, yeah, just DM me, man. I'm always available on Discord. Anyway, peace. I'm out, guys.